We continue our story at the Temple of the Crane. Loki is training diligently, relentlessly, to actually master this power. Keep in mind, this is kind of happening where Thor got his power up, Fafnir's getting his power up, and finally Hela as well. So it's all happening at the same time, by the way. And this is where Loki is having a hard time mastering the magic of the crane. You see, it takes delicacy, patience, but Loki feels like he doesn't have to. To which this is where the crane also points out, or Zaku points out, Loki's not being honest with himself. He's not giving himself over to the magic. To which Loki simply states, I have no reason to. There's nothing I need to really do to give myself over. To which Zaku simply states, are you at peace with yourself? To which he states, yes, I've always have been. To which he's like, I don't really believe you. Really? Why is that? Why wouldn't you believe me? Loki, you are one of the greatest deceivers ever. But even I can tell you're lying. To which Loki is like, okay, if you think I'm lying, prove it. Bring something to me that I've never gotten over. To which Loki hears a voice. I think I can help with that, my child. And Frigga, or wait, isn't she dead? No, that can't be her, Loki thinks. And it becomes clear this is what Zaku means. Loki never got over it. Loki still feels like it's his fault, but Loki's he's got too much pride to admit something like that. And Loki simply states, "No, you're not her. You can't be. It's impossible." To which she simply states, "My dear child, you were one of my favorites. You still are, by the way. You are my best thing to ever happen to me. Whether you're adopted or not, you are still my child. But we still have a lesson to do." To which, this is where Frigga takes on the magic of the crane, overwhelming Loki. Loki tries to fight back, but again, it's hard for him to use. He's not accepting the responsibility. He's not accepting it as he should. And it actually goes to show just how much Loki's never gotten over it. And Frigga even begins to berate him. Keep in mind, while this is still an illusion, Loki feels that it is real. It's his greatest failure. Someone that loved him, still loved him, mind you, and ultimately, he never got the chance to say goodbye. Never got the chance to really say that I love you. Never got the chance to say thank you. And, well, this opportunity is something for Loki to learn from. Something he should have done, in my opinion, in the MCU itself. However, as Loki does lose, he cries. And this is where Zaku simply flies on down and dispels the illusion for a moment. And simply states, now try it again. This time, give yourself over to it, Loki. Accept the responsibility. Accept the burden that you put upon yourself. And you will become so much more. To which Loki then performs the magic again. Stronger, faster, more controlled than what it was before. And he begins to use the magic fluently, expertly even. And he becomes what he needs to. He becomes the host of the Vermilion Bird, the Crane Deceiver, if you will, the immortal Firebird, yes. However, this is where he is actually met by Zeus, still in control of the Chaos King. And Loki simply states, you think you can match me with such brute force? And Zeus simply states, by the order of his lord Gore, he will end him before he becomes a major threat. To which Loki flaunts, simply stating, for the former All-Father of Olympus, you sure lost a lot. Your throne. Your wife first, by the way. I mean, Fafnir kicked your butt pretty well, I heard. But you lost your wife, and now here you are, losing your. Oh, wait, you did lose your life, didn't you? And so, as Loki's trying to think of more ways to kind of piss off Zeus, Zeus does get pissed off and strikes at him. However, Loki's over there. Oh no, he created an illusion. To which he's like, oh yeah, I remember. You lost your entire city full of gods. No more orgies for you, I see. To which Zeus tries to strike him, but he casts a chain spell, burning the god. But Zeus is still strong enough to break free. And Loki's like, perhaps I should actually start trying now. To which, by the way, Zaku was simply watching this from a distance, absolutely loving this. And keep in mind, every move that Loki makes is calculated, precise, utilizing his illusions to simply trick Zeus. Zeus utilizing his lightning to try and hit Loki. But when Loki wants to clash, he clashes, and this time uses equal force. And you might say, why is Loki holding back? Now I have to say, this is really a part of his personality. He sees the power that Zeus has, but he wants to know if he can match it, surpass it even. He knows that his friends and family are getting stronger, so he wants to make sure that when he's stronger, he's strong in his own way, a way that fits him. And Loki does, well, ultimately overwhelm Zeus. He starts pulling out all the stops. A little ice spell here, an avalanche spell over there. He then begins to torment Zeus, turning into, or having his illusions or clones turning into various characters. One turns into Hera, one turns into Fafnir, one turns into Thor, and etc. And even his sons, Hercules and Zeus. And this manages to overwhelm Zeus. And he's simply like, no, I I cannot fail. To which Loki simply states, dear All-Father, you were once a mighty warrior, a somewhat good king, and a crappy husband and father, given your mythology. But now it is time I ended this. And with a wave of his hand, as you guys saw with the scans before you, Loki turns him into snow, transmutating him and ending Zeus once and for all. However, it doesn't end like this for Loki. No. You see, when Loki thanks Zaku, Zaku gives him actually one more gift, if you will. And he actually turns, or to actually summons, the actual Frigga from the afterlife. It's temporary, but again, it's something he can do. And she simply states, I'm proud of you. You've become so much. And now look at you, master of Asgardian and immortal magic. Make me proud, son. And so with that, Loki teleports back to Asgard, tears in his eyes, and now a newfound hope. And yeah, that's where we're going to leave it off here, you guys. I understand this part is a bit short, but I don't like making something super simple anymore, so long and elaborate. This is why some of my what ifs are being rewritten as a whole here. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this little take on Loki and how he would have gotten his power up in the MCU if I had actually written it like this. Next one is Fafnir, and then we'll be concluding off with Hela, and then going into Gore's entire army going up against the likes of Asgard. So, yeah. Be sure to comment down below, like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and I'll see you guys for the next part of the what if, or the next what if, excuse me. Peace.